Yo, what's up everyone? This is CryptoBox with another video. We create videos about blockchain games, NFTs, and more, so consider subscribing and hitting the bell icon so you don't miss big opportunities. So in today's video, we have Zoo Crypto World, and I'm pretty sure most of you know what this project is and have heard about it or seen it. And it's a pretty popular project, really based off of Mobox. And if you guys don't know, this channel was built by, my first few videos would be off of Mobox, maybe my first 10 and so, and that's how the channel started, from Mobox. And so this came out around, maybe a month or two after Mobox's release, and people really saw, opportunity in here of the rebirth of Mobox, because Mobox was already pretty high priced. Their momos were just recently got inflated because they were around $300 for like an epic or so, and all of that. And then the inflation hit, where the coin went to like $8, or around $8 to $10, and that's when the inflation hit, and all the momos value just 10 to 20x, where those epics went from $300 to $6,000 to $7,000. And so people were looking for another opportunity, and that's when you had Zoo Crypto World as a vision people would see. And this is basically a video of what happened and why was the downfall caused here, really. Like, many of you probably believed in this project, and so did I. They had a Certic audit too. I've talked to the team members before. And it looked like a great project. It actually did look like a genuine project, and this is just recently, let's say about 3-4 months ago, the project really hit its low, and that's when everything went bad. So I would say around everything was fine until January hit, so January of 2022, because they had some huge plans, and I will talk about what happened exactly. So first of all, we want to look at the token. It's down by 40% in just the last 24 hours. That just shows how brutal this token has been. If we go look at the 7 days, nothing but going down and losses and all that. In the last month, nothing but loss. If you look over here, the price was actually 4 cents. Now it is literally not even a cent, so it's way worthless. It's actually worthless, basically. 3 months, it was about 11 cents, right? Like we said, now it's less than a cent. Then 1 year, and this is where the people actually saw some potential in the token, when it was actually a huge pump. And the pump was basically because of the Mobox trend, and when people saw another opportunity. And that's basically the whole idea of that pump. And then after that, it was really nothing but like a dead, just a dead heartbeat monitor right here. And then if you look over here, we actually do see a spike in the price. This is when people regained trust, or not trust, but the liability of like play to earn gaming. And this was around November, when November was the bullish market of play to earn gaming again, I would say, when everything really was growing in the play to earn market before it was oversaturated. If we go over to their Twitter, actually, we can see, they got that 100,000 followers still, but really nothing after that. Their followers mostly dead or against them now, and we can see that their pinned tweet is from February 7th, which is just last month, but, after that, nothing really is good there. If we go to their latest tweet, besides their pinned tweet right here, we can see right here that their latest tweet was March 17th or so, or like March 21st, I'd say. And after that, completely ghost, completely silent, really nothing out of the project after that. And nothing really happened after that. And there's a huge reasoning to this. If you actually look over to their comments of their latest like tweet where the comments are enabled, as you can see, they have disabled most comments, and it's pretty clear why now. If you look over here, we can see, people are claiming it's a scam, red flags, people complaining, what happened, dead project, all this. And, you can expect why because of what I'm about to show you. So, if we go over and basically time travel all the way back when everything was, fine, by going just down to December, very late December right here, we can see around right here. So, they were doing like new multipliers or boosters for their staking pools and all that. And just before this, they had the MMZ update. So this is the update that would revolutionize Zoo Crypto World's project, they would say. You can see right here all the good stuff on what you can do. Actually, you have a proper GUI to play with, and you really don't have like a plain website with a few buttons that you do every day to earn some money. You actually have gameplay now. So that was the update right there that would, jump up Zoo Crypto World, I guess, or hype it up more. And this is also when I was actually contacted by them to do like a promotion and all that for the beta of MMZ, which is Mega Meta Zoo. And then after that, really, nothing really happened. I did get some incentives, and I was, I'm being honest here because I'm trying to cover the news for you guys. And so I got those incentives. I waited until I got access to MMZ beta, and that's what happened. It never really happened. I never got beta. None of the other influencers that I was in a group chat with really got invited to the beta, because one thing was that they failed in actually executing the idea and having it complete by the due date they set of around, I think, December 25th or so. So in a few days, or like basically in Christmas to January 1st, they basically scheduled this launch to happen. And then they tried, and that's when it happened, where they failed to even release beta. So they didn't even release beta, so there was no testing of it really. And I will say that they had some testing, but I wouldn't really count it because it was actually a few hours of testing, and it was basically midnight of UTC or ET time. And so most of the influencers didn't actually get to test it, because you can see the beta right here, 25th, open for a few hours. Then lots of complaints start coming in because of the mess that's going around in Mega Meta Zoo. So once that happened, they shut it down. Basically, they shut it down completely. After that, they said they were gonna rework it and try to better their update, I guess. And that's the problem. They never really did that. They never tried to regain themselves. You can see they started with apologies to their player base and their frustrations and addressing all this FUD and all that. And that's basically what happened. You can see MMZ will be removed from the site for the next 2 days. And they state here, we will make updates to it every 2 days after that up. Until that point, it is ready for the official launch. And that's what they really didn't do. They didn't... After that, they basically ghosted the idea of Mega Meta Zoo, and I'm guessing it was too much of an investment and time consuming, and they really thought that it wouldn't really mean much to just abandon that idea. And it really did mean much, because you can see now the project's completely doomed. It's basically gone. The project has been given up on. It seems like there's no news from the project at Discord, Telegram, nothing from the influencers group. They tried fixing it up with some giveaways, which is not the best idea. It's something to do to brighten up your giveaway, but it's not really what you're gonna they're invested into your game They don't want another 1,200 zoo tokens giveaway when the token is basically worthless at like, I don't know, 15 cents or so. So really, that didn't mean much. Only 25 zoo tokens to 48 winners. Obviously, the community didn't really care much. And so, if I was them, obviously I would continuously work on the update and actually maybe try to actually better the update from what it originally looked like, so you can actually get your investors and consumers, customers, or whatever you want to call them, invested back into the project and actually stop the FUD naturally instead of addressing the FUD. So that's basically where it all went wrong. Now if you go to the Zoo Crypto World app, you can see right here, you can see the two pools that are mainly used and staked at: Zoo BNB liquidity pool and Zoo BSD liquidity pool, which right now you can see completely withdrawn. This used to be around 1.9 million total USD value staked. Obviously Zoo token has gone so much down, it literally negative like 200% or so, and obviously that has reduced the amount of USD value staked now, and also people have withdrawn obviously because they don't want to keep staked in this, and I understand why, because I did it myself. So you can see right here also Zoo BSD liquidity pool, same thing, pretty low amount compared to what they had, around 2 to 3 million. The rest of their other actual liquidity pools are completely dead. All of them average APY, as you can see, 0%. So they're not even doing anything about it. They haven't closed it down. They haven't adjusted people to withdraw their tokens like Mobox did when they shut down their liquidity pools and all that. And so, Zoo basically, I would say, is like a wannabe Mobox, which is true basically, because they literally have about every single thing I see here is the same. You got the farm, you got the chest, you got the auction, the mining camp, the combat, the marketplace. The mall is some unique, but it really doesn't bring much utility along with it. It's actually more of a useless idea. Transactions, basics, my NFTs, this would be, or my momos, you could say, but here it's my cards. You got the leaderboard, token burn and buyback system, whatever. Mobox did that too. Team is basically team of momos on Mobox. This is your team of cards to increase your mining power, and then referral program and 2 tokens. If we go over to Mobox right now, we can actually see how similar this is. And I haven't actually looked at Mobox in a while now, but I know that, I've seen Mobox myself. I've seen how similar, they've done so many updates since then, but you can still see the similarities. And the mystery box is the same thing as the chest, the my momos, literally the my cards, marketplace and network. This is something new. This is basically just about the tokenomics, but it's also about the buyback pool and burn tokens, whatever you want to call them. Then you got, the token price and case price or key price down here. And so that's when you see the similar resemblance and all of that. So you can see Token Master is literally the same thing as Combat, except, it's different NFTs. So that's basically where I would come off of. Zoo failed to deliver something they promised, and then they stated that they would work on it, and then completely abandoned the project because they got emotional over it, and that's where everything failed. So I really have no idea what's gonna happen with Zoo. They haven't fully pulled the rug if they're intentionally doing it here, and I would say it's more of like a accidental rug. But I'm not, a financial advisor. You should always do your own research. None of this is financial advice, actually. I'm just reporting against, what happened here, and literally letting people know that have been maybe inactive for like days, months, weeks, whatever, on what happened to their money that was invested in Zoo. So yeah, if you go to the marketplace, people are eager to get out of this project. You can see now legendaries that were selling for $3 to $4 or $5,000 are now $150. Um, the uncommon cards are literally as much as the common cards. There's 1,500 pages of NFTs trying to be sold, but can't be sold because no one wants to get into Zoo anymore. You can see legendaries, 38 BSC. If I saw that in let's say December to November, I would have literally bought that because I really thought this project had something in it. But you can clearly see now that it's really gone to nothing. People have spent a lot of money leveling up and upgrading their mining power, and obviously that hasn't paid off. And if it has, they really haven't made much profit, as you can tell, because the token never really spiked back up to what it should be worth if the project was actually putting in the work. So that's basically my video about Zoo and just the coverage of what had really happened. And tell me, what do you think of Zoo Crypto World? Hopefully you enjoyed this type of video, because this is not a normal video of what I would usually make. So hopefully you appreciate this video and learn something new. You can also join our Twitter and Discord server to be a part of our like-minded community of play to earn NFTs, crypto. And don't forget to like and subscribe to support the channel, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.